Trump supporters call for riots, violent retribution following hush money case verdict. Story highlights. Some called for attacks on jurors, the execution of the Judge Justice Juan Merchan, or outright civil war and armed insurrection. The supporters of former U.S. President Donald Trump, who was convicted on 34 felony counts in the New York hush money case, have called for riots, revolution, and violent retribution. A report by the news agency Reuters early Saturday, June 1, said that following Trump's conviction, his supporters responded with dozens of violent online posts. Some called for attacks on jurors, the execution of the Judge Justice Juan Merchan, or outright civil war and armed insurrection. Someone in NY with nothing to lose needs to take care of Merchan, wrote one commentator on Patriots.win. Hopefully he gets met with illegals with a machete, the Post said about illegal immigrants. On Gateway Pundit, another supporter suggested shooting liberals after the verdict. Meanwhile, many other supporters also said that his conviction was proof that the American political system was broken and that only violent action could save the country. The verdict. On Thursday, a New York jury found Trump 77, guilty on all charges in his hush money case, months before an election that could see him return to the White House. Trump became the first former U.S. president ever convicted of a crime. The defendant Donald J. Trump is guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree to conceal a scheme to corrupt the 2016 election. And while this defendant may be unlike any of the other in American history, we arrived at this trial and ultimately today this verdict in the same manner as every other case that comes through the courtroom doors by following the facts and the law and doing so without fear or favor. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg said, Trump was convicted of falsifying business records to reimburse his then lawyer, Michael Cohen, for a $130,000 payment to former porn star Stormy Daniels on the eve of the 2016 election, when her claim to have had sex with him could have proved fatal to his campaign against Hillary Clinton. The trial featured lengthy testimony from Daniels, who described to the court in graphic detail a 2006 encounter with Trump while he was married to his current wife Melania. Trump denies ever having sex with Daniels. Cohen testified that Trump approved the hush money payment to Daniels in the final weeks of the 2016 elections when the Republican faced multiple accusations of sexual misbehavior. Trump vows to keep fighting after verdict. Trump vowed to keep fighting following the jury's verdict. He called Justice Juan Merchan, who presided over his trial, crooked and a devil. He described Democrat Joe Biden, his rival in the November 5 election, as the worst president in the history of our country.